All right. Let me get OBS out of here. Did I? Yep, I did. Okay. Let's add some music. Yeah, so hi everyone. What I'm gonna be doing today is working on this commission that I got, which is for a short movie that it has some kind of a Lovecraftian thing going on. And yeah, I've done some sketches, and I already got some feedback from the client. And basically, what I did is I got the reference and the description of what he wanted, and then I drew some thumbnails, sent it back to him, and he told me that this is the one he likes the most. This one here on the lower left corner. So this is the one I'm gonna go forward with, which is like top down view, I guess. Can you hear me all right? I think I got everything right on OBS. I made these I made these sketches a couple of days ago, and since then I've noticed some things that I want to correct in the final version. Uh, One of them is that there's like a huge empty space here that maybe it could be good like for the title of the short movie, but I want to have something of interest here. Um, like basically, you have uh, the main character opening this box, and there's some kind of energy going coming out of the box, and it's going up, and then those tentacles from some unknown creature are coming down, like pointing towards him. Um, and then there's this background, which I think I want to make it kind of vague because obviously I don't want to call attention to this part very much. This is the main focus, but like right now it's just like one value. There's really nothing going on here, so I want to change that. I'm gonna add some kind of architecture there, and maybe I'm gonna change slightly some of these tentacles. Like this tentacle could like come this way. Yeah, I like this. I'm gonna write this down so I don't forget it. I want some kind of movement like that. Yeah. Another thing I want to change about the image is that it's overall too light. I want to give the impression that the only light source in the scene is this light coming from the box. And right now, I don't think I really. I'm not sure it really looks like so. Something else that I want to change is I want to bring this main character more towards the middle. There's like some tangents going on here, like his arm is almost touching the edge of the page, and also I would like his face to go like a little more towards the middle like this, just because of the rule of thirds. And I want to kind of put his face a little closer to one of these intersections. I'm sure you know about the rule of thirds. But I think the most important thing is that I have decided on this palette, kind of. This is probably not all the colors that I'm gonna use, but these are the main colors that I'm gonna use. And I think the most important thing here is that the light is going to be warm and the shadow is going to be cool. And I think whenever you're doing any kind of image, it's important to decide. It's not like a rule, but it helps selling the sense of light if you don't have both warm light and shadow or cool warm and shadow. It's important that they are at least, even if like subtly, it's important if they're separate like that. So I got my references here. This is that very helpful thing from Artstation. Just so I know kind of how the light is gonna fall on his face. Just use this model from Artstation and took a screenshot. This is the main character from the short movie, so I wanna come as close to his likeness as possible. And yeah, the rest are like style references. Like I really like this. There's like a nice mixture of realism and kind of stylization. It's also very tight. I'm not sure if I'm gonna render it so tightly. And these images by the great Drew Struzan. Hey Noir, hey Kari. Yeah, Harry Potter opened the box of Pandora. Pretty much. It really is kind of a Pandora's box kind of thing. But these images here I got as a style reference because uh, I really just I just really like these, and I think like for a movie poster, this I don't think you can get better movie posters than what this guy did. Same guy that did movie posters for Star Wars and Indiana Jones. Um, yeah, so I guess that's it. So I'm gonna get started. I think. Let's see. I don't think I'm gonna. I'm trying to think if I should use the sketch and modify it and maybe do some color balance. No, I think I'm gonna kind of start from scratch. Something that I think is very important in the, especially in the like the beginning stages, is using a brush that has color and value variation. Actually, I think I need a little bit more hue jitter. Yeah, because then it just makes the color a little bit more alive, I think. Hey Kari, this is a commission. It's for a short movie. It's the poster for a short movie, and it's a pretty cool short movie that the the guy who made it just contacted me, and he liked my art, and he said it was fitting with the overall style. So yeah. And actually, I think I'm gonna duplicate this, and then I'm gonna use this kinda as a base, just so I don't have to like do the drawing again, because I think the drawing is fine. Okay, I want to get this. And my sketch is, I'm not gonna follow it very closely, and I'm just putting here like for the overall placement of things. And this could be a little warmer. And this initial stage of the painting is gonna look like crap, but don't. I have learned like painstakingly that not to panic, because it always looks like crap in the beginning. There are some artists that you can see that, I don't know how they do it. They have like a masterpiece from the beginning, but not me. Definitely not me. This could be getting some light here. Kari asked, where do you usually get your commissions from? Nowadays, it's mostly people who email me from what they saw in Artstation, and like the regular clients that usually like book cover stuff. I have like regular clients that they're always writing more, and they always need new covers. But let's see, in the beginning like I spent probably like a whole year getting commissions only from DeviantArt. Um, and that was like the whole range of some were good, some were not. You know, I don't know how it is nowadays on DeviantArt, but when I started doing commissions, I think it was like the perfect place uh, to get some jobs, make a little money, but it's very like low pressure, you know. Um, this could be kind of dilapidated. Yeah, but I think like for a whole year, I only got commissions from DeviantArt, and you know, it was like uh, I have never. I'm kind of proud to say that I've never done an OC commission. This is my OC and just draw it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I suppose it's kind of like when you draw somebody's OC, you kind of have to deal with their ego a little bit. And I didn't have to do that very much, thankfully. But it was mostly like D&D party commissions. Surprisingly, a lot of failed. I don't want to say failed, but I guess there's no other word for it. Failed projects, failed card game projects. I think there was a time when everybody wanted to make their own card game, and I did a lot of those. Like right when Kickstarter was kind of a new thing. I think I might be going like super saturated. I don't want that. I'm just gonna desaturate the whole thing. Yeah. And now that I desaturated it, I realize how bright everything is. Can you tell us something about the book? This one is not a book. It's a short movie. And it's kind of a. I'm not sure how much I can tell, but there's a lot of inspiration from Lovecraft, I think, and there's a lot of cool symbolism that the author put on his work. Yeah, I'm really not sure how much I can say. This face here. So it's kind of a, it's like a vest. Okay. And I want this light to be very bright, but the rest, there needs to be a little more contrast. And I think, well, and I think the position of the character is fine. So I'm treating this. I'm not thinking about color at all. Like, this is a white shirt, and his skin is like a skin color. I'm treating this. I'm treating this. What I'm doing right now almost like a monochrome painting. Uh, and I'm only thinking of the value, because I'm sure other people have. You've seen other people say that if you have the values correct, then you can get away with any kind of color, pretty much. And when I finally start thinking about color, I realized that it's more helpful, for me at least, not to think about the actual colors, but think about only color temperature. Like, okay, if I think like I need his skin to be more skin color, then I'm probably gonna pick the wrong color, because I'm gonna have to guess here. Okay, what is the appropriate hue for this? But if I just think like his skin needs to be warmer than what it is now, then it is a little easier for me to warm up the hue that I already have, and it looks the way I want, and it's like appropriate for the palette that's already here. Kari said, I'm surprised not many people follow you in general. Do you ever plan on trying to get popular? Thanks. I'm not sure. Being popular, yeah, you mean like having a lot of subscribers and people on Twitter and stuff. But, I mean, it would be nice, but I just, whenever I think about doing stuff like let me find the right words to explain this, but it's kind of tiresome just thinking about like, okay, I need to do this because I need to promote myself, and but it's not that I think it's wrong or like shameful, because if you're an artist and you are your own brand, and that's just something you have to do, there's no escaping. But I don't like it. I really don't like doing that. I think the most self-promotion thing that I ever did was the Huion tablet review. I don't know. Oh, and that reminds me that I have a Patreon. Which is, to me, it's pretty amazing. Like not because of the money exactly, but somebody looked at my stuff and they thought, oh, I got the shape of this box really wrong, and they thought that they liked my art, and they wanted to give me money to support me. Like, this is, it's kind of mind-blowing. Like, I guess I can allow myself to take myself a little more seriously now. I mean, I already work as an artist, so I should have already been taking my art seriously. But I think there will always be a small part of me that thinks like, really, you wanna pay money for my drawing? Like, I used to draw on my desk at school, you know. But if you don't value yourself, then nobody will. So even if it's kind of, to me, it will always be kind of distasteful to promote myself and say, like, well, I think I made my point, but you have to do that, especially when if you have like a family or you're married or something. Like, it's well and good to have your insecurities about yourself and like not wanna charge people money for what you do when other people don't depend on you. After other people depend on you, then okay, I'm not so in love with my insecurities that I'm not gonna charge money for what I do. So, but with that being said, I really should promote myself more and maybe try to get more viewers and more patrons and stuff. Don't let the kids know we're as clueless as them. Yeah. You know, when you finally realize that everybody is clueless and everybody is just like making it up as they go along, it's kind of, it feels good actually. Okay. I guess these values are not so bad for stuff, for just like the base of the painting. I need to kind of decide like what this is actually. I know there are some stairs going down here. Okay, Kari. Have a nice day or night or whatever. Bye bye. Yeah. So, like, if I look at my references here, my style references, specifically this and this, and this is Pure Ref, by the way. It's a really cool reference program. You just pull the images you want to use and you can zoom in and out and you can like put it wherever in the screen, and Control Shift A, I think, yeah, it makes it always on top, so you can paint it here while it's on top. It's really useful. Hey, Chiwanima, I guess, I hope that's how you pronounce it. Chio. Depends on where you're from. And True Woman as well. Wow. the famous True Woman, it's gracing me with his presence. I'm kind of honored. Okay, so this is the box. And yeah, I kind of fucked up this because on the sketch you can see that like the box is here. Yeah, but I think I fucked up on the sketch too because the lid should come down here and the box comes down. Like, yeah, So yeah, I fucked up. But I think I should then make, oops, I should make this taller. Yeah, the box comes here. And the box, by the way, it's this box, this thing right here. And now that I'm looking at this is like a screenshot from the short movie. There's definitely a lot more contrast. Like the darks are really crushed. So I'm probably gonna do some color balance here. Sketch is giving me Alice in Wonderland vibes. Okay. That's good, I think. I really like Alice in Wonderland. I shouldn't have put this nose because this is just like symbol drawing. Yeah, let's do some color balance. What happens if I make the shadows even cooler and the highlights warmer? I think I'm gonna go with that, but I'm gonna desaturate it just a tiny bit and adjust the levels a little bit. Yeah, I think that's much better. Maybe a little bit dark. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried that the darks are going so dark, but I think in this case it fits. So there's gonna be like tentacles coming from here. I think I'm just gonna reinforce the walls here. I'm gonna reinforce this idea and add just a tiny bit of texture. Oops. Okay, so if the light is coming from here, then this is gonna be like a hard shadow, hard cast shadow. I don't know if this is like 100% accurate, but whenever I have like a cast shadow with like a hard edge like this, I like to reinforce the cast shadow by adding some like a lighter value around it. Because like if you, let's say if you light a spot over here, but there is something blocking the spotlight, then it's like it's gonna be brighter right around the edge of the cast shadow. If that makes sense. So I think it kind of helps sell the illusion that it's a cast shadow on 3D space. I wonder if it's too early to start adding some planes to this face. Yeah, before I start going ham on his face, I'm gonna kind of improve the whole gesture here. Oh, and this anatomy is kind of atrocious. Okay, I don't need the reference exactly right now. I think this forearm is like super short. Actually, I'm just gonna paint over and then I'm gonna paint the light again. How does, nope, this, yep. Yes. Okay, so the shirt kind of goes over the vest. Got it. And I think I didn't sketch it. I think this head is too big. And he basically has no neck. So we should come like more this way. And yeah, he definitely has warmer hair. And his arm is basically a tube, so it's gonna be a tube for now to detail it more. And his torso is going this way, and this arm right here and this hand don't make a lot of sense right now. Yeah, so I'm basically solving drawing problems right now, which a smart person would have solved in the sketch stage, but you know, we don't here at FDB School of whatever. We don't we don't do the smart way. We do the FDB way. Is this box? How is it like the corner? It's a little bit rounded, and yeah, there's gonna be all sorts of stuff. Kinda. Something that I don't like is that we don't see. We have like no idea of his lower body. Like I kind of know where it is because I made the sketch, but I haven't been able to show it. Let me think. His body comes like this. Oh, no, it's more like this. So, let me do this on another layer because I think it's gonna be useful. He's basically kneeling. Yeah. So his neck, well, his head should be much higher, much higher. Yeah. Yeah, that is quite flexible. Yeah, so maybe his crotch comes down here, and then his legs underneath. Yeah, but then this box doesn't fit. Yeah. And you know what? I'm not using layers at all. And I think I'm gonna have to later on kind of fix that and separate stuff into their own layers. Which in this case, I still prefer doing that over being too specific about the layers and to like if I can help it, I'm not gonna do any layer management. If it's like concept art, then it's a different thing because then it's useful to have your layers so you can do iterations and change details and stuff. But this is an illustration, and I think I can get away with not being so careful about the layers. Assuming it's Pandora's box, it's okay that the drawing is chaotic between his legs. Yeah. Yeah. You might say that the real Pandora's box is between his legs. No, but yeah, I think the anatomy is more accurate now, but of course the box doesn't make any sense. Like it's going through him. So I am gonna have to change the position of this box. There's no way around it. Yeah, so yeah, there's gonna be like a thing here, and just to make sure the perspective is not too horrible, I'm gonna flip the canvas. Yeah, and the box it comes more towards this direction. Oh, by the way, what the hell? Like if I want to save now and I do the regular save as, it just this. I can't save as a JPEG or PNG or anything. I have to go here, file, save as copy. Yeah, but what the hell? I read like the explanation on the Adobe forums of like why, but who thought this was a good idea? Like seriously. If I paid for this, I would be really mad. I am very, very close to just switching to Krita entirely. There's like one thing in Krita that is kind of annoying me, that's preventing me from switching, which is I don't know why sometimes Krita stops recognizing the Alt and Control keys from the keyboard, and like I can't color pick for like 5 seconds, and I'm not sure if it could be just like my computer, but and I even downloaded like a different build from the website, like one of the alpha builds, but it just keeps happening. Could be maybe that I'm using it on Windows. If I used it on like a Linux distro, could be better. Do you have a scene shot where he interacts with the chest? I don't. I only have his likeness here and the box. And the rest it's other stuff. Unfortunately, actually, I'm not sure if like this angle here, it doesn't come up in the short film. So maybe it's false advertising. But you know, I don't think you can. There's this angle here exactly in Back to the Future, right? Or maybe there is, and I'm making a fool of myself right now. But could be some signs of architecture here. I think I have found not like a substitute for the round brush, because the round brush will always be my favorite brush, but there is a brush. Actually, let me save this because I don't want to lose this hue variation that I made. Hue variation. I don't want to include two settings. Let me put this on top. Nope, this didn't go on top. I have like tons of downloaded brushes online, but they're like, I think this brush, it like for painting I think for painting anything like organic stuff or even buildings and stuff, I love this brush so much. And I need to kind of reproduce it in Krita because I don't know what it is. It's not even, it doesn't have any kind of special shape. Like it's just kind of squarish and there's some texture to it, but I really like it. I think I think I like it because it forces me to like make a definite stroke, because it has some opacity, but it's not as much as you think, like not as much as the round brush. So everything kind of looks blocky and you have to kind of work with the blockiness, but that's good because it kind of limits what you can do with the values. Like you put down a value and there isn't a lot of in between from the pen pressure. It's a really good brush. I think this skin tone is too warm. Like you wouldn't look so red in this light. Because it's just like green light. So the light is warm, but it's not so warm. I think I can start vaguely defining the face, so I'm gonna use these planes here, and then you can see that the planes that I was doing here were like completely wrong. The title being inserted in the empty space, yeah, probably. But there's still gonna be like some tentacles going here. But yeah, I definitely don't want to add too much contrast over here because that's where the title is probably gonna go. Hey there, it's Tribeck. How are you doing? And let's look at the reference here. His mouth is much smaller. And let's see, where does the most, where's the highlight? Doing all right. Oh, that's good. Things are so insane right now that I'm happy things are not too insane for you. Um, I'm doing pretty good. Um, I feel like things are finally happening for me. And I am kind of cold because it's pretty cold here. It's supposed to be summer, but it's still cold. And his eyes are not very big. Oh yeah, and the nose gets lit from the bottom. Let me get a cooler color here. Okay, and the darkest place is gonna be here, but I think I'm going too detailed too fast. I need to deal with other stuff without before like dealing with his face too much. But I think this is a good start. This is digital, so you know, if I don't like it, I'll just paint over it. But I want to go back to my hue variation brush. Let me work on the environment a little bit more. I think one of the things that I'm forgetting that I am supposed to add here is that the environment should look like it's coming apart a little bit. So I want to add some cracks here and there, and some of the stones from the walls are kind of coming off the walls. But not always remembering to not get too contrasting. How's the new career direction working out so far? Pretty good. Like good things are happening, and I'm not sure why, but I feel like lately I've gotten more clients. And you know, it could be because of like, I'm posting more stuff to Artstation and social media. So yeah, that is kind of important. I think so far at least, I think I made the right decision. In not working with Tail Foundry anymore. Not because of Tail Foundry, because it was a huge pleasure working, doing stuff for the videos. But in the end, it's like ultimately not exactly what I wanted to do, and I think now I have the opportunity to actually do what I want to do. Uh, and oh, I actually doing this super low res, like 1000 pixels, 1300 pixels only. Hey there, Riverside. We will be in Chroma Core 2021. Um, if there is one, if somebody calls me, if somebody sends me a message, is there gonna be a new one this year? I hope so. It was really really fun. Chroma Core is one of the things that kind of made me realize that I don't want to do just illustration. That concept art is also fun because we were kind of forced to make concepts, and the whole thing, like with doing different variations on characters and vehicles and stuff, and iterations. That was really really fun. Like I can't thank Cynics enough because it potentially kind of changed my career. Chroma Core kind of changed my life. Like for real. Cynics will announce it in a week. Oh, that's cool, man. That's really cool. I want to see what kind of stuff people have to do. That's really cool. These proportions are not all right. Too positive for YouTube. Cynics ruined my future plans. Yeah. I could do like a clickbait thing, like Cynics changed my life. Also, there will be teams this time. Oh, that's interesting. I really like the competition aspect of it. Some people are not competitive, but I don't know. There's something about like making an effort and not like defeating other people, but basically being selected. Like I don't know. Yeah, I'm going too detailed. It's not time for this much detail yet. I think yeah, some vertical things. Maybe it's time for to add the tentacles. Yeah. So I'm gonna add the tentacles. Cynics destroy my future. Okay, so kind of want a tentacle like this, and another one here, and maybe something like this. Let's see. Yeah, but they should be very dark. Looks kind of cool. And I'm gonna keep them on a different layer. Is this for a game or something? This is a poster for a short movie. And I hope if the the author of the movie, the director of the movie ever watches this, I hope you'll forgive me, but I have forgotten his name. I think like eventually after this is done, I'll post it on Instagram and link it to the movie and stuff, because I think it's pretty cool. I wonder if the tentacle is no, but there's no way this tentacle is casting a shadow here, or is there? Because the light is coming from here. Does this look cool? It looks a little confusing. I like the shadow across his face like this, but I'm gonna have to reinforce like the lighting here. I'm gonna keep it for now. I can just paint it over if I don't like it later. And I need to cast some light on this hair because it's just one value now. How does he do hair here? Actually, I think this hue that I'm using should be the light hue. And so I'm gonna darken it. And this guy's chin is a little bit more rounded. It's gonna be a little tough, kind of making him closer to the likeness, but we'll get there. I really like this shadow being cast against his eye. But then we have like two eyes and that are being shadowed. So I think I'm gonna leave that out a little bit. And I think I'm ready to kind of increase the resolution here. Oh God, this hand. Okay, so let's make this 300 dpi, 200%, a little bit bigger. How long have I been streaming for? About an hour. Okay. Save this and is this nose too short or no, his nose is shorter. $69. Got him. He has like really tiny upper lip. Yeah. And faces are something else. Like if you get something a millimeter to the wrong side, like you can get away with a lot of stuff when you're drawing landscapes and stuff, but faces are unforgiving. The human shape in general is unforgiving. You know, because we obviously have evolved to to recognize faces and expressions and how people are feeling. Hey DHF, how's it going? DHF. One day I'm gonna do a video just like a compilation of me mispronouncing everybody's name. Oh, and this side is completely in shadow. This is looking weird. Actually, I think I'm gonna reposition this like so. So I can look at it better. Going fine. That's good. I am going pretty fine as well. And his hair is not exactly so puffy. It's kind of disheveled. And this goes here. And you can see an ear here. And okay, his neck comes here, and then there's the shirt. I think it may look like I'm being like super careless with the painting. And that's because I am. But I've kind of I really like to watch video tutorials, and I've watched a lot of Craig Mullins tutorials, and I noticed how seemingly careless he is when he's painting. He just puts something on canvas, and he rarely ever Control Z. Like he never undoes, like very rarely. Like even if when he makes a mistake, he just paints over it. And I think that is probably the right attitude to have when you're painting. Not because you don't care and whatever is fine, but it's digital. You can do whatever you want. You don't need to be careful about it. And like you just try it, and like if I did his hair here, but some of the angles in his hair don't really describe the form like I want them to. So I'm just gonna paint over it, and it's hard to explain, but I really like this kind of attitude, like just painting. And if you're not careful, it can kind of make you doodle forever. But as long as you're doodling in the right direction, as long as you're pushing paint around in the right direction, and the end result is good, I think it's a very kind of anxiety-free way of painting. His eyes are too wide. I've never seen people just overpainting their stuff with the next painting, but I can't imagine. And another thing that I think kind of helping me, that I learned from watching Craig Mullins, is being very graphical with my lights and my shadows. Like in the beginning, everything was like this. I use one tone for the shadow and I use one tone for the light. And as I go on, I kind of subtly add other values, but I try to remain close to the initial thing with two values, because I think the more you can do that, the stronger the painting is going to be. And you know, of course, real life doesn't have only two values. There's like an infinity of values, but when you really think about it, you are not really painting what you are not really painting reality. Even if your style is realistic, it's all an illusion. Like this whole thing, it's a trick. It's an optical illusion. But if you do it in a kind of interesting way, then I think that's more important than being closer to reality. Oh yeah, I watched a lot of the paint explorations that Cynics did. It's really fun to see something becoming something else. And the thing that I was saying about the values, if you look at these posters here, all of the detail is pretty much on the shadow side, and the light side of their faces and everything is completely blown out. Actually, I think I'm gonna make it a new layer, but I could kind of do that. But then I would definitely need a lighter value. I kind of make the light more overexposed. I think I like that. And where is my planes? And I think I'm straying too far from the planes here. Yeah, this looks much more interesting. I'm gonna try to overexpose the lights a little more and make things kind of blend together on the light side. Yeah, I think this really helped. This was a good decision. This really helped sell that he's being illuminated by this thing. And I think I should deal with this area a little bit more. And these lines are not parallel. This and the top of the lid should be more parallel. And yep, let's see. I don't think it's looking very bad so far. Something that I had in the sketch was like pages kind of flying with these flames. I think this is cool. So I'm gonna keep it. And I'm gonna call these pages. He did abstract art today. Yeah. I think one of the coolest things that we did in Chroma Corps was the abstract paintings. It was really like different and I think very creative. I really like that. And especially like in terms of color, I got to kind of play with color in ways that I hadn't before. Man, I really want to see what's gonna come up with, what Cynics is gonna come up with for this year's Chroma Core. And I'm gonna kind of exaggerate the ambient occlusion here. And I'm thinking I'm gonna make a new layer here because I'm not sure how I'm gonna light these tentacles. because I really like the the graphical shapes they have now, and I'm afraid that if I light them too much, I could ruin that. So I'm gonna try not to lose these shapes. Like this right here is fine, but I think I'm kind of losing the shape up here. Yeah. Not too much. And yeah, I'm gonna like add some rim lighting then. And I guess since the tentacles they are very moist, they would get like very shiny. But it's not time yet to go into so much detail. There's so much of painting that is like kind of self-discipline. Just if I just did whatever I wanted, I was just add senseless detail to everything, and it will look like a mess. Oh yeah, and he's gonna have glasses too, so I can't forget that. Yeah. And I really do need to make this box a little more interesting. Because right now it has like no detail at all. So this part is metal. It's definitely gonna catch some light. Something a little bit like this. Yeah, it's a little bit more interesting now. think I need to could start rendering things a little more carefully now, because pretty much all the forms that I want to show are in place. So yeah, I think from now on it's just rendering. Always have a hard time with like pages flying in the wind. Actually, I do this a lot. I draw pages a lot. I don't know why. They just come up. And eventually I'm gonna kind of do some gradients. Oops, this is not the one I want. Let's get you out of my screen. And I want the basics and this. Yeah, some gradients here to kind of could be a little more subtle. And maybe, you know, I'm gonna go with a color dodge or something. Something like this. Or overlay, maybe. Yeah, but maybe later. And I want to add more debris flying. I did the lighting completely wrong. It's really hard to draw things so that they appear to be random, like the debris, like it's really hard to break the pattern. And since there's like a kind of a bit of flame in here, he could get some reflected light from it. It's kind of cheesy though, but it works. And eventually I'm gonna have to get more detail with these hands. Not too bad now, but this one is really bad. I'm gonna get some reference for that. It's really hard to draw things, yeah. Basically. If it's not a cube, then yeah, it's hard. Because I've drawn too many cubes. Oh, perspective was kind of wrong here. And another thing that I'm gonna have to fix eventually is that he looks nothing like the character so far. And it's a different lighting and stuff, but still, I think with proportions and stuff, I kind of fucked up here. He has this thing going on a little bit. It's only the glasses, believe me. Did the magic stuff to your face? Yeah, it could be. Oh, I completely forgot that, where is it? On the sketch, I wanted his glasses to be like lit up. I don't know this. Well, so I want to do that. No. Okay. I should have done the glasses on a different layer. Okay. No, it's too low. I always have a hard time drawing glasses. Like they're always either too small or on the wrong side of the face. Not wrong side in the wrong place. Yeah, don't draw the glasses on the wrong side of the face. I think his nose is a little too big. He's gonna have the the Gendo glasses, the anime glasses. Chin shorter, face wider, nose is more pointed downwards. Yep. Yeah, I think so. Oh yeah, his face is definitely wider. And he looks like too old. He's like 20 something here, but he looks like a 40-year-old here. Let's make his nose point downward a little bit more. And his forehead is maybe too tall, I think. And he has some strong eyebrows. If I want to go younger, add pimples, yeah, like here. There you go. Now he's a teenager. Hmm. And I think these glasses are too thick. It's okay for the armature. I don't know what you call them. It's okay for it to kind of disappear a little bit. Yeah, and this is where you can see my very weak knowledge of anatomy, but you know, that's why we have reference. Yeah, it did work, yeah. And I think this is one of those things that I'm gonna have to kind of sleep on it, and you know, and like tomorrow I'm gonna notice very clearly, like, what the hell was I thinking here? But right now I think my eyes are too used to what I'm doing here. Should this cast a shadow? But the light is going through, right? I'm not sure if we should cast a shadow or not. I'm gonna cast a shadow because that looks more convincing. Yeah, it's a little better than it was. I'm not sure if this is the right hue for the highlights here, but I think it works. And he has like very noticeable this thing here. Okay. Yeah. Um I think that's about it for today. Um I'm starting to get like too used to the painting, and I like when that happens you don't notice the mistakes that you're making, so I'm gonna try to avoid that. Thank you so much for watching and sticking with me and checking out my stuff. I love you guys very much. Have a good night, and see you soon.